So thank you very much, David. And it's actually a pleasure that we're co-sponsors of this meeting, and I bring greetings from the Royal Society of Tropical Medicine. What I want to talk to you today about is some work we've been doing recently over the last 12 months in terms of developing a new strategy. And I'm a trustee of the board of the Royal Society. There's a number of others who in the room who are also fellows of the Royal Society of Tropical Medicine, I know. In fact, actually, it might be quite interesting to have a show of hands. How many fellows of the Royal Society of Tropical Medicine are here? Well, that's a pretty good turnout, yeah. If I come back in a year or so's time, I'd like to see even more hands going up than that. But I'm proud to see so many here. So you can learn more about this on our website. So I'm just going to whiz through some slides because I know you're ready to get on with some of the science this afternoon. And the first slot after lunch is always the deadbeat slot as well, isn't it? So what triggered us to do a strategic review? First of all, we had a declining membership, as many societies of our nature and the more generalist societies have. So we needed to address that. We also had some new membership on the board and a new chief executive officer in Tamar Ghosh, who we had brought in deliberately as somebody who could help us with developing novel strategic planning. We went around this by a number of interviews, not just board members and the team, that is the employed team in our office, but also past officials and others as well. We conducted over 100 interviews, surveyed more than 200 responses to our survey online. Everything was in scope, basically, for a strategic plan and change and review. The only things that weren't in scope were our name and our logo because of the historical connections that are with those. We learnt a lot through this, and I think it's a healthy thing for a society to do, however historical and ancient that society may be, to actually take a look at itself and learn from a current generation of how we're seen and what we do and so on. We learnt that we were seen as being very expert and professional, but we also learnt that we were very London-centric, we were old, and we need to listen better. So those are some of the messages we were getting. What we do well, we enhance people's knowledge, we have a very international community of membership, and we're very good at doing networking across those communities. What we should do more of is more engagement. We engage more of young members who are interested in the field of tropical medicine and hygiene, extend our global reach, and conduct partnerships. And today is an example of that sort of thing that we're really keen to do, where we can partner with organizations like BSP, where we have a shared intent and a really shared objective, and we can work together. So what we need to improve is our systems, internal systems particularly, so we're doing a lot around our digital management and so on like that. Also our systems between our committees. So we've reviewed our committee structure, and I now chair, for example, the Meetings and Events Committee, but I'm working very closely both with the journals and with our policy and advisory committee. So those three committees will actually do much more joined up thinking of how can we have an impact. And I think a key word at the end is having impact. So what is unique about us? We're seen as a neutral and very well informed platform. We use evidence-based for our arguments, and we have the potential to have great impact, and we want to enable that. We have a very diverse network, as you can see, and it's quite unique in this sense. Our network reaches right out through government, academia, hospitals, NGOs, and of course societies, for example, this society. We need to use that network because that is somewhat unique, and it's a great strength of the Royal Society of Tropical Medicine. And we want to focus on the big picture to a large extent, utilizing the tools that we have, for example, our meetings, for example, our respected policies that we can declare, and for example, our journals where we can do that link up that I was just talking about to make sure that we have those connected together to achieve real impact. So we want to be able to do this, and we've looked at several areas, a number of key areas. Some of you may have attended our meeting a couple of weeks ago on planetary health. It was an amazing meeting because it was looking at that really big picture, but also drilling down on some real details as well, like insect nets and effect of those and so on like that. So we had some really good stuff at that, and I think everybody went away from the meeting both impressed by the breadth of the meeting that RSTMH had organised, but also what they had gained from it, what they were able to gain. And that's linked with the journal, of course, and it will be linked with other policies that our policy committee will be developing in policy and advocacy. And the others I've mentioned, put here as key things, it's about how these overlap. And particularly from my perspective as a veterinarian, I'm very keen on the One Health initiative and supporting One Health, particularly in the tropics. And I think that's where RSTMH plays a key role. Strategic priorities and goals strengthen our existing relationships, particularly with members. So we've realized that actually our members are our core asset, and we really need to build on that. So we're really listening to our members and taking meetings on topics they want to where they want to be. Deliver better impact for global health through doing that sort of thing and targeting our meetings and ensuring that we have focused on impact out of those meetings. And also improving our infrastructure through some of the things that I've mentioned about better link up of committees, better infrastructure in our in-house team as well. And I think that's all I want to say formally. I'm happy to take questions. All of you got in your packs today, I'm happy to say, this document, which is an application form. I would love you to apply to join and become fellows of the Royal Society of Tropical Medicine. We really want to build up that membership. We believe that we've got something really unique to offer, but also in partnership with societies like this and building on those partnerships very effectively. And I hope to be able to see some of you at future RSTMH meetings. I've also put here, join our newsletter at least, because that'll give you information and that doesn't cost anything. Keep in touch with us. And if you want to join, you just need to have one sponsor. You saw who the fellows in the room are, or you can contact me if you need help getting somebody to sponsor you to become a fellow, and I'd be happy to work with you on that. Okay, David? Thank you very much indeed, and thank you for your time.